Hi, welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Lojak. We are previewing Week 10 in college football, and we're talking right now with Joe Duffy, returning guest from OffshoreInsiders.com. And Joe Duffy has had a 15-7 against the spread season with us in our NFL preview videos, and last week went 4-0 against the spread in college football. And he's taken 5 college games this week. Joe, thanks for being back with us.
Thank you, Peter. It's always my pleasure.
All right, give a quick plug for OffshoreInsiders.com before we get into Mississippi State, South Carolina.
Well, OffshoreInsiders.com, we got handicappers that go long before the internet, trace our roots back to the 1980 score phone days. So much to brag about. Rather than going on and on here, please visit OffshoreInsiders.com, and we will show you some of the recent and long-term runs.
All right, well, thanks for taking 5 games this week, and 5 games that I assigned you, not games that you think you necessarily have a significant edge on, just 5 games I sent you. You say, fine, I'll take them all. One of them is South Carolina -13 at home against Mississippi State. Now, the total's 52. South Carolina, of course, pulled off the miraculous win against Missouri. I don't want to talk about it. I was on Missouri. I needed them big. And Connor Shaw came into that game kind of surprisingly. Will he start this game? I think he probably will. If he doesn't start, he'll probably play a decent amount here. Mississippi State, though, they have 2 days extra rest. South Carolina, kind of an unreliable team this year, giving 13 points. They'll probably get the win one way or another, but, are they a good bet to cover 13? I'm not exactly sure. What would you take here, Joe Duffy, if you had to bet it?
Well, I'm leaning both towards the under, but certainly the underdog here. South Carolina, they're off of that very brutal stretch. Not only that emotionally draining win in double overtime, but they played 3 straight road games. So, they got to have a little bit of a letdown here. And remember, South Carolina, because of that win last week, they're all of a sudden right back in the SEC East race. But they don't need to make a statement game. It's not like they're playing for a BCS title game. That's a pipe dream. So all they need to do is win this game outright and then win some big games coming up. So as far as the motivation to blow out Mississippi State, it's not there. And you can understand if they're going to maybe initially come out a little bit flat. So because of the scheduling here and as far as any motivation to blow out their opponent, those 13 points are looking pretty large here.
Yeah, that is actually the way I feel. I guess the only issue is just, is there maybe a talent discrepancy? Is Mississippi State going to be at a significant talent disadvantage here?
Yeah, well, one thing that does worry me, and especially in the SEC where they play these brutal schedules, their last 3 games, Mississippi State has actually been outscored 50-10 in the second half. I mean, so that does tell me that they are wearing down. And most importantly, it was against Bowling Green and Kentucky. So it's not like they were playing, Alabama and LSU. It was against 2 of the easier teams on their schedule. Now, did they have a little bit of an emotional letdown because they actually were able to win 2 of those 3 straight up? Really, if I could, I don't even know if we make official picks on halftime lines or not, but I would probably lean towards Mississippi State in the first half.
Right.
Look for South Carolina to get a little bit of a wake-up call and use their depth. And if Mississippi State does cover in the first half, go back with South Carolina in the second half.
Yeah, and Mississippi State has been having some injury issues in recent weeks as well. All right, but your official pick on this one is going to be what? Mississippi State plus 13?
Yes, I will go with Mississippi State plus the points.
Thanks so much, Joe Duffy.